Yes, just a quick revision we will do first of all, and then we'll further proceed where we will be focusing on how to record these, I mean to say, income tax transactions, how we will be recording in the financial statements, those aspects, and few questions for the past papers. We'll try to do that one. Okay, the quick recap we will be doing now. So a business will have its income, this income will be calculated based on generally accepted accounting principles, and at the time of tax returns, so we will be calculating the taxable income. This is considered as accounting income, and this is the tax loss. As per the applicable tax laws, will be either will be adjusting accounting income or a separate tax returns will be calculated, and that is considered as a taxable income. So in general, accounting income generally shows differences, the taxable income and accounting income. In 99% cases, these are not equal for a particular financial year. And the reasons for not equal, there are two types. One is because of matching principle concept or recognition. Recognition of recognition principles. And this is time is the reason for that one. And there are some other reasons, not the time factor, but the other reasons. Few as per tax laws, few incomes are exempted and few expenses are not deductible. So because of that reason also, the difference will arise. This is not a time difference. This is not time difference. And these, because of the recognition principle or the time factor, the difference will arise. Those differences are considered as temporary difference. And because of not timing difference, the other reasons, there are some incomes which are exempted and some incomes are not deductible. These are treated as income as per accounting, generally accepted accounting principle, or recorded as expenses, recognized as expenses. But in income tax laws, it is not allowed. So because of that difference, that is considered as a permanent difference. Differences will come. So there is no adjustment is needed for the temporary difference. The time factor will adjust, and because of that, the deferred tax asset and deferred tax liability will arise. That one. And permanent differences will not give any kind of no deferred tax asset or no deferred tax liability will arise. No deferred tax asset, no deferred tax liability will arise. So this is the overall discussion we had, and now we will be focusing on the temporary differences. Why these temporary differences will come into picture? What is the reason behind that one? So there are the things. So first, we will be recognizing some incomes as per accounting principles early in accounting will be recognized first as per the generally accepted accounting principle. That means in the books of accounts, the recognition of revenue, the recognition of expenses, or the matching of expenses might be early. First we will recognize, first we will record in the accounting books, and it might be recognized by the income tax rules next financial year or in the next financial years, maybe coming second year or third year or whatever it may be. But anyhow, when we take a big period of 1 year, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years, what will happen if today this profit or revenue or expenses is recognized here? So the accounting may recognize here, the income tax department may recognize the same revenue, expenses, and here. So over a period of time, what will happen when we take the big picture? These differences will nullify, will reverse back, will become zero. So that is because of the time difference and the recognition concept. So those differences are called as temporary difference. But there are some incomes, there are some expenses. The income tax department says these are the exempted. Those are not taxable incomes. Those are not deductible expenses. So in that case, what will happen? Whether you take the 0 year to 5 years or 10 years, these difference will be always there. These difference will be always there. So even though it is exempted income as per the income tax, but generally accepted accounting principles will show it as income, though it is not deductible expenses, like we will say a penalty, but generally accepted accounting principle says to match any revenue, any expenditure we are incurring or about to pay or payable or paid, whatever it may be, those are to be shown in the income statements. So because of these reasons, not the timing difference, but there are different reasons that is not at all deductible as per tax laws or not treated as income as per the tax laws. So the difference will arise, and those differences are considered as a permanent difference. Those differences are considered as a permanent difference. So the temporary difference will create deferred tax asset, deferred tax liability. Why? Because the taxable income and accounting income will differ. So we are going to pay tax on taxable income. And if income tax is not recognizing income today, tomorrow the income tax department will recognize. So on this tomorrow income, which is already recognized in accounting books. So that is considered as a tax liability. And it is tax liability not within the 12 months, it is more than 12 months. So any expense, that means any amount which is payable more than 12 months period, which is payable in cash, that is considered as non-current liability. So that's why it is considered that the deferred tax liability will be reported in the financial statements, in the balance sheet, under the non-current liability. So the temporary differences, because of the temporary differences, deferred tax asset and deferred tax liability will arise, will be there. But because of permanent differences, there is no such kind of deferred tax asset, no deferred tax liability. Why? Because those are permanent differences, and we are not going to pay tax, or we are not going to show expenditure in our tax returns. We are not going to show that income as income. We are not going to show one expenditure as expenditure. So these are the permanent differences. Whether you took the bunch of 5 years or 10 years, never ever it going to be reversed back or nullified. So that's why there is no deferred tax asset, deferred tax liability will arise because of that one. Now we are discussing what are the situations that the temporary difference will arise. So what will happen? The recognition of the recording of accounting income, we will be recording first in the books of accounts. This is books of accounts, the company books of accounts or the business books of accounts. And after some time, secondly, it will be recorded in tax returns, in the taxable income. So the taxable income. So what is happening here? The accounting income is more. The accounting income is more than the taxable income. Or it is better always you assume first taxable income first you will take, and accounting income will take. So the first, it is recognized, it is recorded in the not books of accounts as per the tax laws. And then after some time, after a time gap, this is time gap, this is nothing but, or this is, we can say, this is year n financial year, and this is year n plus 1 financial year, or n plus 2 or n plus 3 or whatever it may be. It's not immediately the same amount should be recognized here. It may be for a 2-3 years periods. So here we can say n plus I. So the I may be equal to 1, I may be equal to 2, I may be equal to 3, whatever it may be. So first we will record, say for example, we will be recording in year 1. So this accounting income will be recorded in year 2, some part. It will be recorded in year 3, some part. We will be recorded in year 4, some part, like that. It will continue. So what is happening here? Taxable income in this case is greater than. Taxable income is greater than the accounting income. Taxable income is greater than the accounting income. So what will happen? The resulting figure is what? Tell me, all of you, we have discussed.
Deferred tax asset.
Deferred tax assets.
Deferred tax asset. How it is deferred tax asset means? Actually accounting income is less, and our accounting books are showing, I mean to say, matching principles concept. So tax will be paid only on accounting income in generally, but we are paying more tax. We are paying more tax. Actually, our accounting income is not yet recognized that revenue. Will be recording in later years, but today itself advancedly we are paying tax. So advance payment of tax is considered as a deferred tax asset. So now another point is what? Taxable income is recognized later, but first we recognized in the accounting income first. So what will happen? Now accounting income is more, taxable income is less. Taxable income is less.
Deferred
As
tax
per
liability.
the, as per
Deferred
the,
tax liability.
yes. So this taxable income, today less, tomorrow it will be more. That means the liability is generating. We need to pay tax on that particular future income in future. So when taxable income is less than the accounting income, so that is considered as deferred tax liability. Deferred tax liability. Taxable income is less than the accounting income. So that means in future, we will be paying tax, but we already recognized that income in accounting books. So as per the matching principle, we need to pay tax. We need to pay tax, but we are not paying, we are deferring of more than 12 months. So that's why that is considered as deferred tax liability. Next. We know that income is equal to revenue minus expenditure. So sometimes in examination, what will happen? They will give you directly the revenue. So tax revenue is recognized first, and then accounting revenue is recognized next, recorded accounting revenue. So in that case, what will happen in the current financial year? So the taxable income will increase because of tax revenue increased. So definitely the taxable income will increase. So when taxable income is increased than the accounting income, what will happen?
Deferred tax asset.
So in examination, they may ask you, they may not ask you income, they will ask you case by case, tax revenue they will ask in that way. Then another case is there, tax deduction or tax expenses are recognized more or recognized first, and then it is recognized accounting expense is recognized later. What will happen here? Your tax expenses increased. When tax expenses increased, your taxable income will
Decrease.
decrease. When tax expenses increase or tax deduction is increases, taxable income decreases as compared to accounting expenses. Here decreased, nothing but your accounting income is increased. So here taxable income is decreased or lesser. So lesser than, taxable income is lesser than the accounting income. So this is the case of what?
Deferred tax liability.
Deferred tax liability. So in examination, these 4 cases will be given to you, and you will be asked to find out whether it is a deferred tax asset or deferred tax liability. So the funda is, you need to remember this point. Automatically the 3 will come to your mind. If taxable income is greater than the accounting income, so that is considered as deferred tax asset. Vice versa, taxable income is less than the accounting income. Because of this is considered deferred tax liability. Taxable revenue is more, so automatically taxable income is increases. So taxable income is greater than the accounting income. So that is considered as deferred tax asset. Here taxable income is, tax expenses or tax deductions are increased. So because of that, your taxable income will decrease or lesser than the accounting income. So that is considered as DTL. And I want to give you some examples that permanent differences. Up to now, we discussed the temporary differences. What are those points that will be considered as permanent differences? Okay, the municipal bond interest is not recognized as revenue as per the IT rules. However, it is the income or the revenue, other income as per the accounting rules. So, but this is always a permanent difference. Penalty also, income tax department doesn't encourage. If you are paying penalty, it is because of your mistake, and we will not encourage the mistakes. So that's why it is not tax deductible expenditure. So permanently it is disallowed completely. But as per the accounting matching principle, any expenditure, whether it is a penalty or incidental expenditure or legal fee, whatever it may be, incurred during a financial year, so that will be considered as expenditure as per the generally accepted accounting principles. So these are the things, these are the reasons because of that the permanent differences will arise. Okay. In year one, financial statement shows $225,000 as accounting income. Okay. However, there is a $25,000 expenses of depreciation is shown as $25,000 depreciation is shown as additional expenses as per IT loss. That means we can say that a 25,000 of depreciation which is shown in the IT books of accounts more than the books of accounts. So $25,000 of depreciation expenditure is shown more as depreciation in IT loss. Example, we can say that if accounting books has shown depreciation total $50,000, what is the income tax deduction given as depreciation? Tell me. It will be $75,000. So what happened? The tax deduction is more in the tax principles. Now tell me, this is the only one difference. Now tell me, if a financial statement accounting income is 225, what will be the taxable income in the year one for the year one financial for the taxable income will be 225 or lesser than 225?
Lesser than 225.
How much that is? 225,000 minus there is additional depreciation of $25,000.
$200,000.
What is the taxable income?
200.
200,000. No. Taxable income is how much? $200,000. Now accounting income is how much?
$225,000.
$225,000. This 25,000 is permanent difference or temporary difference?
Temporary difference.
Temporary difference. How much that is?
$25,000.
$25,000. Yes. Now tell me, if tax rate is 30%, what is the actual tax we need to pay to the government on 200,000 or 225,000?
200,000, 60,000, sir.
Yes, we are going to pay 200,000. So the tax payable, current year tax, income tax current, income tax expenditure expense current year will be 200,000 into 30%. How much it is coming?
60,000.
60,000 will be there. And this 25,000 in the coming financial years, we are going to pay this tax on 25,000. So it is a deferred tax. So now tell me, taxable income is lesser than the accounting income or greater than the accounting income?
Less than
Lesser.
accounting.
Lesser.
Lesser than the accounting. So when taxable income is lesser than the accounting income, currently
Liability.
we will pay,
Liability.
yes, currently we will pay 60,000, and in future years we will be paying tax in future. So that is what? Is it a deferred tax asset or deferred tax liability?
Liability. Sir.
Liability.
This is considered as a deferred tax liability. How much deferred tax liability? 25,000
5,000.
to 30%.
7,500.
7,500.
7,500. 7,500. As per the books of what exactly the total expenditure that we are going to show in our financial statement is 60,000 current year expenses, 7,500 is deferred tax expense. This is current year tax expense 60,000, and deferred tax expenses is 7,000.
7,500.
The total amount to be shown in the income statement, how much?
67,500.
7,500.
67,500 we are going to show. Why? Because the total income recognized in accounting books is 225. So current year tax is not 60, it is 67,500. But income tax department asks us, only you pay now 60, the 7,500 you will be paying later on. So that is considered as deferred tax liability. So now what will happen in the financial statements? Tell me, if this is the financial statements, if this is the income statement, and if this is the balance sheet, traditionally I'm recording. So tell me, current year income tax, how much? Income tax expense for the current year, how much?
60,000.
60,000. And income tax expense deferred how much?
7,500.
7,500.
7,500.
The total 67,500 will be shown as an income statement. And under the current year, under the balance sheet, under the current liability, I will be showing
60,000.
okay 60,000 as what?
Current
Income
liability.
tax payable 60,000 I will be paying within 2-3 months, and under non-current liability 7,500, that is deferred tax liability, I'll be showing as 7,500 and this deferred tax liability we are paying in future years, and when we'll pay, this liability will decrease automatically. And the income tax payable is the 60,000. So this is what the treatment. Now we need to record the journal entry for this. We need to record.
Means, sir, sir, means current year tax payable, it will be current liability, and the deferred will be the long-term liability.
Yes. Current liability means for 2-3 months only. When we
Right.
calculate immediately, we will not pay the tax. No, we will be paying after submitting returns and all those things, and then we will
Yes.
be paying. So now we need to
Alright.
record the journal entry. First of all, we need to income tax expense current. Income tax expense for the current year, how much? Tell me.
60,000.
60,000.
This is debit or credit?
Debit.
Debit. And the 7,500 is also tax payable, but however it is expenditure, right? That is also debit.
Yes.
Just like outstanding
Yes.
salary, salary paid, both
Yes.
we will be recording. So in the same way, income tax expense we will be recording. This is deferred. We are not paying now. We are paying later on, deferred. How much that is?
7,500.
7,000.
7,500.
Okay. Now, how much amount we are not paying 60? It is payable in 2-3 months. So, what is income tax payable? Income tax payable. Income tax payable, that is credit. Income tax payable, how much? 60,000. And deferred tax liability is also credit. So deferred tax, sorry, what we will consider that is, yeah, deferred tax liability. This is deferred tax liability, 7,500. So this is the journal entry we will be passing in the books of accounts. If you have any doubt, ask me. Anyone of you, if you are having doubt, ask me. Okay, is it clear now to everyone? Let's go. Let's do another example.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Second example. X company is having pre-tax accounting income $500,000. Okay. However, one advance sales not recognized as revenue in books. However, one advance sales dollars 300,000 was received at the end of year 1. So this information is year 1. At the end of year 1. At the end of the year 1. So now we need to calculate deferred tax asset or deferred tax liability. Question number 1 with amount. Number 2, how to record in income statement as well as the balance sheet. These all related to this particular transaction, and complete journal entry with regard to this. This is the question.
Sir,
Yes, please.
आपने सर ये क्या लिखा? Not record in.
However, one advance sales
Yes. After that.
not recognized as revenue in books. Okay, why? Because
300,000.
as per the revenue recognition concept, this is advance sale. That means we have not yet performed services, or what, we have not delivered the goods even.
Sir,
Okay.
income tax percentage will be 30%, right?
Yeah. Income tax, IT income tax rate is 30%.
Advance sales are 300,000.
300,000, yes. There is no other difference is there. Neither permanent difference is there, not other temporary difference is there. This is the only.
And received at end of. क्या लिखा सर ये आपने? Received at.
Received at the end of year 1 itself, we have received advancely this 300,000. Income tax department says any amount received in advance, whether you recognize revenue or not, it will be treated as IT rules, it will be treated as a income.
Yes. Yes.
So now tell me, what is the First, always you remember in examination, you write first of all taxable income. Taxable income will be first you take the $300,000 and adjust plus or minus whatever it may be are there. So this 300, it is recognized in accounting income. Sorry, not 300, 500 accounting income. Sorry, 500. And this 300, even though it is recognized in coming future years, but income tax rule says that this 300 is also part of revenue. So what is the taxable income now?
800,000.
800,000. What is the accounting income now?
500,000.
500.
500.
So the 300 difference is a temporary difference.
Temporary
Yes,
difference.
yes.
The temporary difference only we will write here in the middle. How much that is?
300.
$300,000. Now tell me, ignoring this, first of all, 800,000 is greater than the 500,000 or less than?
Greater than
Greater than.
Greater than.
500,000.
So that means in current year we need to pay tax on how much amount?
800,000.
800,000.
Tax expense for the current year is 800,000 into how much?
30%.
30%. 30% of 800,000 how much?
248,000.
240.
140.
240,000?
42. Yes, sir.
240,000.
Yeah, $240,000 is the income tax expense for the current year, correct? Right? And this 300 income is what exactly? It is a temporary difference. In future, your taxable income will decrease or not in future. If today itself we are showing.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
it
So
will
today
decrease.
itself we are paying 240. So this 300 income we are not going to show in future year. So there is no need to pay tax on that one. Today itself we are paying 240. So that means we are not going to pay tax 20%, sorry, 30% on 300,000. How much that is?
90,000. 90,000.
90,000.
Okay, sorry. Right.
$90,000. So now tell me this 90,000 is deferred tax asset. We are paying advance, right? This is what
Deferred
deferred tax
Deferred tax asset.
asset. This is considered as a deferred tax. Whenever the taxable income is greater than the accounting income, that is considered a deferred tax asset. That will be considered as the deferred tax asset. So actually, the accounting income point of view, we need to pay 30% tax. So that will be how much? That is $150,000 only we are going to pay now. Actually, we need to pay this much. But how much we are paying?
240.
240. So additional, this is not base actually. I'm just temporarily I'm explaining. So 240 actually we are paying, but out of this 90 is deferred tax asset. That is minus. That is minus deferred tax asset. So the actual the expenditure that we are going to show in income statement is 150,000 only current year tax. Current year tax will be going to show is 150,000 only. So this is the current year expense income tax we are going to show. But the thing is that we need to pay this much, but we are paying 90 advance. So this is considered a deferred tax asset. This is considered as a deferred tax asset. Is it clear or do you have any doubt up to here?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay, now how to record this point? This is critical. This is very, very critical. This is very, very critical. So how to record the income statement? How to record in the income statement? How to record in the income statement? Current year, sorry, income tax expenses, current year. How much we are showing now?
160.
240,000. We are going to show.
Oh, yes.
240,000 we are going to share. Okay, all of you.
Yes.
We are going to show 240,000. However, what is the actual income we have shown in the income statement?
150,000.
What is the
500,000.
income? 500,000. We have shown income 500,000, but tax we are showing how much?
240,000.
240,000. 240,000. On 500, as per matching principle, actual tax should be how much?
50,000.
150,000.
But how much we have shown here?
240.
240 we are showing. 240 we are showing. So is a mismatch, no?
Yes.
It is a mismatch. How much amount is mismatching?
90,000.
90,000.
90,000 is mismatching. 90,000 is mismatching. 90,000 is mismatching. That means the revenue we need to record, right? The
Yes.
revenue we need to record now. The
Yes.
revenue we need to record now. So that is considered as income tax benefit. That is considered as income tax benefit. How much income tax benefit we are getting in future? How much income tax? Deferred tax asset means in future, if any tax we are going to pay in future, say for example, this is year one tax. How much we got? Tell me.
240.
240 we got. In year two, we got 300 tax to be payable. Okay. But
Okay.
already how much deferred tax asset is showing?
90,000.
90. So we will deduct this 90 and we will be showing, we will be paying to the income tax department how much?
210 only.
21,000.
210 only. So are we going to get benefit, income tax benefit? Correct?
Yes, in future
Income
we will
tax
get that.
in future, but it is recognized today or not?
Yes,
This
Today.
benefit,
you are right,
it is recognized today or not? This benefit.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
We are
currently.
not receiving in the form of cash, but the government says to us that this is income tax benefit, the deferred tax asset what you are showing. This is income tax benefit now you are getting, but use in future. So this is called income tax benefit deferred. So this is income receivable. This is also income receivable or not?
Yes.
Income tax benefit is receivable from government or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Income tax department is promised that what tax you have paid today additionally, that you can claim in future years. That you can claim in future years. So this income tax benefit we are receiving today, though not in the form of cash, but it is deferred. So it is the revenue in another way. It is the revenue of current year, but we will be receiving in which year?
Next year.
After 12 months we are receiving. So that is the income tax total benefit we are recording here. Directly we are recording that benefit only. So here income tax expenses we are showing 240. So now what is your actual income tax now? 290 we have shown as benefit. What is your actual income tax now? Tell me.
150.
150 only. Net effect of this is 150. Is this point clear or not?
Yes.
Now in balance sheet, I need to record. Balance sheet, I need to record. What is my current liability? How much tax I am going to pay?
240,000.
240.
240 is the current liability I'll be showing. And this is considered as income tax payable. Income tax payable. Okay, what is that current asset? Deferred tax asset that I am going to get?
90,000.
90,000.
90,000. Now I'm going to write a journal entry now. I have to write a journal entry now. So first of all, always current tax, income tax expense current. How much?
240,000.
240,000. Right, all of you?
Yes.
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 Income tax expense 240,000. Income tax payable how much? Income tax payable how much?
240,000.
So that is credit, correct?
Yes.
Income tax payable 240,000 is credit, right?
Yes.
How much income tax benefit I am getting now?
90,000.
90.
Credit or debit?
Debit.
It is showing income now 90,000. So
Credit.
this is considered as
credit.
income tax benefit deferred. How much? 90,000. And this much of benefit is received or receivable?
Receivable.
Receivable. Receivable is receivable after 12 months. Deferred tax asset. Debit. Deferred tax asset is how much now?
90,000.
Is it clear or do you have any doubt? Is it clear or do you have any doubt?
Sir, this journal entry, can you show it again?
It is not under.
First of all, income tax expense for the current year, how much?
240.
240. So 240 is debit. Is it clear?
Yes.
Fine. Income tax payable, we are going to pay to the government how much in 2-3 months? 240,
It
right?
should- It
Yes.
should be 150. No, sir.
240.
If you are paying 150, this is not deferred tax asset, no?
Oh, okay.
Azam, we are paying now itself.
Okay, okay, yes, sir.
240. Okay. Now, how much amount we are going to benefit, income tax benefit deferred?
90.
So income tax benefit deferred 90,000. All right. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
But why we are showing in
Sir, income tax
Credit,
benefit
sir.
is like a
it should be like asset, right?
Yeah,
Sir?
yeah, tell me. Yeah, first of all, I want to clarify Amer doubt.
sir, income tax benefit is like an income, sir, right? Actually,
Yes, income. No,
Yes.
the income tax
Okay.
income tax department is promising that you will be receiving this 90,000 in future. That means as per accounting principle, it is recognized now, correct?
yes, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir.
So we are not decreasing current year tax. Remember that is the confusion will arise. We are not decreasing current year income tax. We are current year income tax will pay now. We are increasing current year income, which is deferred future. Which is deferred future. Are you getting me, Amer?
Yes, sir. It's like an asset. It's like an asset.
Yeah, see, first of all, government is promising that this 90,000 what you are paying extra today, we will give you benefit in future.
In the
But
future
when-
year. Yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
when you have recognized this benefit today or future, today you recognize, but
Future.
if you in future you will receive that benefit.
So it's an asset. So it's an asset. Yes, sir.
At the same time is asset, at the same time it is income recognized.
Correct. Right, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir.
Actually, as per the accounting rule, we recognize revenue how much? 500 only, correct? We recognize revenue how much? 500 only, no? In the question.
500 only. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In the question, as per the accounting income, it is 500. But as per the income tax, the income is 500 plus 300. Total how much? 800,000, correct? And income
Yes,
tax
sir.
department saying is that current year tax you have to pay 240, but it is not matching here, right? We are not going to change current year tax, current income tax or income tax of the current year. We are increasing the income now 90,000. We are increasing the benefit we are recording now. So directly we are recording the benefit here, this 90,000. Now tell me, Now tell me what is the adjustment? Remember, you may get a confusion that income is crossed now. Income portion का जो box रहता वो खलास हो गया. These are appropriations of income, correct? Tax. We are in tax section now. Now you can't record the income. Only the adjustment of the tax. So the 90 is the benefit we are receiving in future. This much only we are recognizing now. Okay. So that's why the nullify effect is what? 240 tax you are paying today, but this benefit is minus. So indirectly, how much tax is recognized in the income statement? 150.
150.
So, but this the 90,000 we have not recognized, we are not received, it is receivable, that is considered deferred tax asset. 90,000. Is it clear or not? Tell me.
No, it's means, sir, whenever there is deferred tax assets, we should have to be considered as well as the income portion.
Income tax benefit also we need to consider.
Yes.
Actually, the income portion is over now. Income statement, this much portion is already recognized. Now only we are discussing tax. The tax we paid 240, but actually on
Right.
500 the tax should be how much? 150.
150.
150. So that's why we are cancelling that 90 in the form of tax benefit, income tax benefit deferred, which we will receive in future. So finally, net effect of tax is how much? 150.
150.
150 only.
Yes.
That's why the entry will be recorded in this way. First of all, income tax expense current 240 and income tax payable 240. However, it is the case of deferred tax asset. Whenever deferred tax asset means we are recognizing that the government has given us today itself a certificate to us that 90,000 you can adjust in future income tax. So that benefit we are recognizing today in the income statement itself. So income tax benefit deferred, this is 90,000, and deferred tax asset 90,000. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Right, sir, clear.
Yes, yes.
Sir, yes, clear, very clear.
I would like to tell you one thing, all of you, most of the people will think financial income pe jo tax hai, they will understand that is current year tax. That is wrong. It is not like that. How it will be calculated current year tax means, which is showing in the financial statement is, I'm talking about current year tax, not the income statement में जो tax बताते वो बोल रहा हूँ. I'm talking about income tax. In income statement, how much tax should be shown? Net जो है ना वो क्या है बोले तो income, taxable income into tax rate plus deferred tax liability is equal to income statement tax, or taxable income into tax rate minus deferred tax asset is equal to income statement tax net. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this logic, this funda is important. This funda is important. This is very important. This DTL and DTA is always on temporary difference into income tax rate. This one. If taxable income is less, the income accounting income, that is considered as deferred tax liability. If taxable income is greater than the accounting income, because of the differences, that is considered deferred tax asset. So taxable income into tax rate plus deferred tax liability is the amount which is going to show as tax. Taxable income into tax rate minus deferred tax is the income statement.
DTL है तो plus होगा, DTA है तो minus होगा, right, sir?
अभी वो वैसा याद नहीं रखना बोल रहा हूँ मैं. कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं समझ ले तो ठीक है। ऐसा कितने याद
Yes.
रख के हम एग्जाम हॉल को जाएंगे, नहीं जा सकते, वी कांट गो।
Yes, sir.
Clarity of thought should be there, इसीलिए there are total 2 videos plus this 1 video, in total 3 videos। अच्छा देख के नोट्स बना के डाउट्स पूछ के, नेक्स्ट आई विल बी शेयरिंग दी होमवर्क टू यू tomorrow or by evening. By coming next class you will complete those exercises. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.